Hello and welcome to another episode of Football Analysis, and today I'm going to be covering the early game of today, Arsenal versus Chelsea at the Emirates Stadium. I was lucky enough to actually get around to watching this one, so I got a good real insight into the game, and it was definitely one of the most entertaining games I've seen in a little while. Going into this game, both Chelsea and Arsenal had only conceded twice in the Premier League, so it's either going to be a goalless, boring game or a very interesting game to watch between the two sides kind of duking it out. And it turned out to be the latter. I've actually made some of my own notes here, so we're going to jump into it. What I'm doing in the background here, you see unfortunately I haven't got FIFA 13 yet, so this is some FIFA 10 gameplay. I know, very old school, just in the background, just Arsenal versus Chelsea, just kind of give you something to look at while you listen to me talk about the game and how it went on, and obviously I'll still be doing the on-screen stats. So moving on. Right at the beginning, throughout the first kind of 20 minutes, first 15 minutes definitely, I felt that Arsenal were really dominant. We were able to pass the ball really well, kind of keep it, get some good shots. So throughout the first 15 minutes, it was looking really good for Arsenal. However, in the 17th minute, Diaby actually, who's kind of been very injury prone recently, unfortunately picked up a knock. It kind of looked like after he was taking a swing at a shot that he actually pulled off an injury. So it was unfortunate, but that did bring Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain into the picture, which is obviously someone I'm really interested in seeing, and I think he's definitely going to just keep getting better and better. So that was in the 17th minute. However, against the run of play in the 20th minute, Vermaelen actually conceded a free kick as he fouled Hazard, and this led to Mata crossing the ball in. Torres was able to get round his mark. It was quite a nice finish by Torres. I'm not going to take anything away from him, but it's completely against the run of play and puts it into the goal from just 6-yard box. So that put Chelsea 1-0 up after 20 minutes. I was a bit worried, I'm not going to lie. Moving on, then later into the first half, there was actually a penalty shout at each end, literally right after each other. I found the referee was really good in this respect. None of them were given, and that was definitely the right decision for him to use. Luckily though for Arsenal, in the 42nd minute, Chamberlain was going down I think it was the right hand wing, crossed the ball in. Gervinho pulled off his two markers, I think it was David Luiz and John Terry. One of them was meant to stay them, both of them dropped off, controlled it perfectly with his first touch, turned and got it into the top right hand corner of the goal, just past Petr Cech. Cech was unfortunate not to be able to save it. It was very well taken goal from Gervinho. So going into half-time, it was actually 1-1. I felt Chelsea really needed half-time when we were getting into it, as Arsenal were kind of getting more dominant, as I was saying, throughout the first half. So it was kind of unfortunate that half-time actually came when it did. Moving into the second half, once again though, 8 minutes into the second half, in the 53rd minute, Arsenal conceded another free kick. Vermaelen again, who actually fouled him again, so he had a bit of a rough kind of first game back. He fouled Fernando Torres. Torres was definitely on the way to kind of breaking into the box, so unfortunately he picked up a yellow card, but Mata actually scored directly from the free kick. It was from quite a way out and killed it in. No one touched the ball. The keeper should have done better, I'm not going to lie, and it went straight into the back of the net. So unfortunately that put Arsenal 2-1 down. And then obviously there was a flurry of substitutions. In the 66th minute, one of note was Podolski was replaced by Giroud, and he was nearly the saviour for Arsenal really late into the second half, as in the 91st minute he managed to get round Petr Cech on, obviously his left foot is not so favoured foot, took a shot while he was past it and just missed the top left hand corner of the goal, hit the side of the net in, and that was it. Chelsea managed to win 2-1. So unfortunately I was a bit disappointed, but it was a really interesting game to watch. I'm not going to lie, if you haven't seen any highlights, definitely go watch them. Possession wise, as I say, in Arsenal were a bit more dominant, 51% to them to Chelsea's 49. Shot wise, Arsenal had 14 and Chelsea had 10. We only managed to get 5 on target and Chelsea got 5 of theirs, so obviously had the better shots on target ratio and corners. It was very close, with Arsenal picking up 6, Chelsea's 5, but I did feel Arsenal were probably the better sides over this game, and it was unfortunate not to come out with a draw. I think there's definitely 1 point which we could have done with picking up. So if you have enjoyed, please leave a comment, maybe share it with your friends and subscribe to Football Analysis, and I'll see you guys later.